At the convergence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela rivers, we're in the football town of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania at Acrisure Stadium. Fairbairn ready to get this one going. And we're off from Acrisure. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. We'll pause after that first snap of the game. Gonna need to adjust their game plan because that is their running back who's hurt and getting some help. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Now we're running for the first time with Jalen Warren. Across the 45 and still going. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That's the kind of run that shows he's trying to take some stress off the passing game to provide big plays. What a great help to that side of an offense when the ground game can deliver chunk plays too.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw, almost an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
Decent gain here, but short of the 1st. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They'll throw it. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. The Steelers calling their first timeout. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. So from a mile away, they'll send out the field goal unit to take a shot at this one. This from the right hash and a considerable distance.
Hey, listen, I know kickers are arguably better today than they've ever been in the history of football. But anything from 60-plus is still awfully ambitious. And that time, it didn't pan out.
The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Running for the first time with Joe Mixon. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Shotgun now for Stroud. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. From the gun, Stroud. Almost an opening drive interception, but that winds up on the ground. Incomplete. It's going to bring up fourth down.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick. Oh, he lost it on the hit! And their offense still gets this one. They're taking over as the fumble skips out of bounds. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play. Them backwards. Second down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Now for that defense, who puts a sack on the board.
Into the hands of Pat Fryermuth. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Well, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs. They have themselves another 1st and 10. He'll throw it. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
The offense not shy about sending them downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
Second and 10 now. Pass taken in by Fryermuth. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Derek Stingley putting that play to bed.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
To the air, 3rd and long. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing 4th down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And that hit at the 5, but got the bounce it needed to reach the end zone for a touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll motion a tight end left. Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. On target to his back, Joe Mixon. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Patrick Queen arranging in for the tackle. No gain on 2nd down, and they need 2 here on 3rd. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Crowd and intercepted. That's the rookie out of Florida. And he makes the let's go. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. Well, that certainly wasn't the end result he was after there, Brock. A big play to start the scoring, but we can definitely say this was not his intention, letting that pass go.
No, a lot of game left, though, and that's a positive. And you know what? He's going to have a chance to totally redeem himself after that one.
And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay a game.
We're here at the confluence of the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela Rivers, and welcome you to Acrisure Stadium on the North Shore of Pittsburgh, the home of the Steelers. About ready to get this one started. Amy Fairbairn ready to kick it off. And off we go from the Steel City. And they'll be set up well as he is passed. Yard line. First and 10 now from the 36. Throwing right away on the game's first play. He's going to test the secondary right away. And he will score. D.K. Metcalf. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. That touchdown, number 11 on the year. Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers will race out to a quick 7-0 edge. Boswell now following the touchdown, back out to kick this one off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Crowd going to throw right away. That's complete. It's Tank Dell.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
And now the first carry for Joe Mixon. And he's going to take this past the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Stroud to throw here on first and 10. That's caught. It's Joe Mixon. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike, you never go broke taking a profit. Give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch. The timing of the jet sweep is critical. If you can get the ball carrier past the end man on the line, typically there's a lot of space downfield, but give credit to the defense. They saw this one play out. They reacted quickly, and they're able to throw him down for a loss.
Third and 5. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. Here now, third and 5. From the gun, here's Stroud. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. So they come to the line for first down and 10. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Second down and 8. McBride is the motion man. Back to throw. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Got to get this to the 25. Here's third down. He'll look to throw. That'll be caught. It's Metcalf. And he's going to take this one all the way. 83 yards. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. On for the extra point is Boswell. He's got it. And the Steelers will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And he's just pushing guys out of the way, powering forward for a gain of 8.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Again, they'll give it to Mixon. And he's going to weave his way forward. That's a first down at the 44-yard line.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the fourth quarter.
Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Throwing on second down, Stroud. He's going to let this one go deep. That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown, Houston. Now Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Texans are on the board. It's now 14-7. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Now return coming from the 7. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll air it out deep for Wilson. That one underthrown and intercepted. Picked off by Kamari Lassiter. And he's going to be looking at a short field for the offense after the INT. Chance to tie the game or even take the lead. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now a toss play, running left, it's Mixon. Trying to bounce that outside. It went a long way for a gain of nothing.
The offense is trying to test the edges of the perimeter of this defense, Mike, but the defense is just too quick to the ball. Total team defense, pursuit, 11 hats to the ball carrier. It's exactly what we saw here. Keep that game to nothing.
About 19 yards on that one. And they're in business. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Mixon. And he's in. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Texans. Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. They're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. He fields it at the 8. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. And it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll set up to throw. And he might have waited just a bit too long there as he throws it incomplete. Looking to set up the screen, but the defense wouldn't give him the time.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Well, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Fair catch will be taken here. It is right at the 40-yard line. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On 1st down, they'll start with Mixon. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
They'll go right back to Mixon. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. Now a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for this with Mixon. Mixon has the 1st down and more. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. They get an even 20 on that one. 1st down for Houston. Up the middle they go. Finding room to the 20. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Houston. Now Fairbairn for the extra point. He gets it to go. And the Texans have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. Here comes a return from the end zone. They get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll motion over Metcalf. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He gets that to his big target, Trey McBride. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
It's first down, and they'll run. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
So, a pair of first downs moves them out to the 47-yard line, and it's first and 10. Off play action. The blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we'll see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds. I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. Now he'll air one out. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. And a pretty good punt there. A fair catch taken right around the 11-yard line. Now a toss play with Mixon. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Trying the right side. Taken in by Collins. Into space. Racing to the end zone. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 85 yards. Touchdown, Houston. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play, run after catch.
The kick is good. It's the score, Texans 28, Steelers 14.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. 1st and 10. This drive will start on the ground, and that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. They'll look to throw. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up 4th down.
I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. We'll come back to the Steel City after this. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Now give on the ground. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. Micah Fitzpatrick up to make the stop. Hook him up on a 2nd down and 8. Here's a toss right side to Mixon. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up 3rd down. Throwing is Stroud. He dives, and what a catch for the 1st down. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their 2nd. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. They can still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. He is in. Touchdown, Texans. That's his 2nd touchdown so far here in the first half. Fairbairn good on the point after. And the Texans add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And we'll see a return here from his own end zone. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practice. And at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all. There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game.
It hangs up a bit too much. It's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Benford. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
They'll run on first down with Mixon. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
On second down, Stroud. Now a deep ball here for Collins. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Nico Collins was the intended receiver there. Third down coming up. On the handoff, it's Mixon. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's their punter now. They'll punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And this will not turn out to be a good return. Forced backwards, and they get him out of bounds. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time. We'll keep this one on the ground. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Steelers 14.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return.
At their own 31-yard line.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. A throw left side, but it's incomplete. Tank Dell was the one he was looking for, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm not sure if it's this big lead or if it's just this second half pressure getting to him, but that's just a careless throw by the quarterback, and don't let this lead fool you. Throws like that can change this game in an instant. This defense knows they gave him one, and they let him off the hook.
22 yards, the pickup there. It's good for a Texans first down.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
On play action, Stroud. That's to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie out of Florida.
And these are the types of plays they envisioned when they invested a first-round pick on this defensive back. just a few months ago. I mean, he's entered the league, Mike, with a reputation for having almost offensive wide receiver type ball skills. And those ball skills were certainly on full display that time. This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He's got Freiermuth open on the left side. A 19-yard pickup there. That's a Steeler first down. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. That is Trey Hendrickson, the veteran, in there to record the sack.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
They come to the line needing 11 here on third down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He's got his man. It's Pickens. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. Now, faking the give. He'll get this to his tight end, Freiermuth. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. A short one here, caught by McBride. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Get into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Line of scrimmage, the 7 for 2nd and goal. On the handoff, here comes Mitchell. And they are all over that on defense. Good surge, drops him back. Let's put him at the 9-yard line.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
They'll run. He's going to get this down to the 8, but that is it. Defense holds him there, and they force 4th down.
A gain of a yard. It's now 4th and goal.
Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. This, about as short as you can get. Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will cut into that lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and we'll come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Stroud going to set up to throw. Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. Travis Kelce, the intended target. And that will lead to a 2nd down. Here's Mixon. Let's give him about 4 on that one. That's Alex Highsmith in for the tackle. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. On the give, this is Mixon. And he'll be taken down around the 29-yard line. The Texans set to punt this one away. Strong. And it's a very nice return. He has given the offense a short field. So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. They'll look to set up the screen here. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
He was looking for George Pickens there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
Going for it all. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I can tell you from firsthand experience, Mike, that is a lonely and long jog back to the huddle. I mean, you're an inch away from being the hero with a deep touchdown. Instead, you let it go through your fingertips, and you got to come back to the huddle and try again.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That's taken in. And he's going to have the Steelers 1st down. They wind up with a gain of 11 on 4th down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
You can just see the reaction on the sideline. This defense thought they had themselves a critical stop. The mantra down here for all defensive coordinators, Mike, is takeaways, field goals. That's what you're trying to do, and, man, they were this close to coming away with a huge takeaway.
Off he goes. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
Now, this is an impressive run, especially considering the fact it was zone coverage. That's a lot of defenders with eyeballs in the backfield focused on the quarterback. So to be able to escape the pocket and pick up good yardage, really good play.
That's left side, and that's the tight end, McBride.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
2nd down and 3. Back to throw. Now he'll run it. And the Steelers are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I love this call, Mike. Second down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
They'll try to run this one in. Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
The decision is made. The offense will stay out there and go for 2.
The Steelers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
He'll look to throw. He'll swing that out wide, and he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. We call it the octopus, and it cuts the deficit down a bit further. From the 6, here comes a return. Now an opening past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. In motion now, it's Collins. They didn't fool anyone. Tried the speed, but did not get back to the line of scrimmage.
When you come across on a jet sweep, Mike, you're hoping once you get the ball, all you see is green grass and open space. Well, in this case, he had a lot of unhappy defenders waiting for him, and they're able to put him down behind the line.
Second down, here's a run, and here's Mixon. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
To the ground, a first down run. And they will finally get them to the ground at the Texans' 12. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 31 yards. Now toss play, running left, it's Mixon. He is met and dropped. Good defense, loss of a couple on that play.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
They'll go right back to Mixon.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Houston. So that is 2 touchdowns in this game, and now 15 for the year. Fairbairn to add the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Texans will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their second. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. This one taken at the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Metcalf left side. He's got it. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls.
That's in the end zone and intercepted. It's the safety, Jalen Petrie. And the Texans force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 10.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back in the field.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. Again, they'll give it to Mixon. And he's going to be taken down up around the 24-yard line.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it. You know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
Texans going to use the last of their timeouts here. Clock stops, 46 seconds to go. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll give this to Mixon, running right. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now Stroud. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. So it's a win for the visiting Texans. They're able to erase the memories from a week ago. A game they really did struggle in. Look like a different group here as they respond with a solid victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.